Welcome to a wonderful podcast. This is the official launch of the book, Gifted or Cursed, written by Michael Sunday Sheon, popularly known as Michael Rapsy, an artist, author, entrepreneur. He's the CEO of Lagos Errand Boy and much more. My name is Amanda, guys. Welcome to the show. And I'm not alone. I have wonderful people in the studio with me. Yes, of course, including Rapsy himself. So I have Big Lynn and I have Boogie in the studio. How are you guys today?
Very fine. Well,
Yeah, we're
good.
good. We're good.
Obviously, I can see that you're good today.
Thanks for having us today.
Yes. Okay, so I wanted to ask you, Boogie, what's your experience like, as a creative? Looking at this book, Gifted or Cursed, how's your experience been?
Gifted a cost, and we are gifted. We have talents, and we do music. So, cost me, I would say I'm cost though because in that part I do good music, but I don't know what's going on. Still spending years, still doing the same thing. It's not coming out well. Try and push out again. You blow, go another year again. I've spent over like 6 to 7 years in this music and still pushing, still doing more. I guess.
So, but your conclusion is that you're cursed.
Yeah, I'm cursed. I'm cursed because I've been doing it for a very long time. I've not been seeing anything.
But you've not spent like 10 years in the industry, so why did you?
I've seen like Big Clean here spent more than 10 years and he's still here. So that's something like he gifted. He's gifted. I know we all know Big Clean. But what's Big Clean still doing here?
So, but just so you want him to be irrelevant, is that what you're saying?
Big Clean should be like an big reggae artist, trying to feature us, trying to bring us together, trying to host a show. You get. That's what I'm praying for. That's.
So, but what about Dolce? Like she said she took like 10 years, and it's just now people are getting to hear her music.
I'll be happy for her. I don't know. But I'm still waiting for my own part. I'm not getting it now. I'm not getting anything. My song is out there on platform. People are just hearing. I'm just sitting in one place, thinking it's going to be happen. Something big will happen. I'm still here.
Yeah, you're still
pushing,
here.
yeah.
That's a good thing, right? And Big Lynn is here.
Yeah.
Big Lynn, what do you have to say? What's your experience been like? Let's hear from the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
Wow. The experience is sweet and bitter at the same time. Just like the book we are here for, Gifted or Cursed. That cursed in quotes is I know there's a question mark there. Are we cursed? Are we gifted? Yes, we are gifted. And the gift that I personally have, I have exhibited it, and the world, not even if it is not everybody that have heard me, those that have heard me knows that I have the potential and I'm creative enough to, to grace any world stage. Yeah, you understand. So, but the cost part. No, are we going into the cost part right now? No, you just asked me about.
Boogie here already started sharing your experience for you, and so of course we're asking.
That's why I don't want to delve into his own. You understand.
Let's hear from the author who says, ask this question. Okay, so Rapsy, what was the thought on your mind when you said, "Oh, I have to write a book"? And I'm going to title it Gifted or Cursed with a question mark behind.
So when I started writing this book, there was no thought of gifted or cursed in it. The only thing is that I've been here for quite some time and I've been looking at people, because this book is not just my experience, even though my experience is part of it. I grew up in a house where I see most artists, big artists, they have been there in the industry, but they have 1-2 songs that blew up. Like if I call their names now, everybody knows them. But right now they are still struggling. They cannot come out and say, "This is what music have done for me." They have fame. Some of them are even local fame, and not like they are not good. They are very good. You cannot even compare them with the people that are up there in Nigeria. I can even bet my life in.
Don't bet your life,
I can't actually bet my life. If you are looking at talent, if you are looking at that raw talent, I'm not sure anyone will even match them. But then they are still there. They are still struggling, still there, because that's the only thing they know how to do. So I wrote this book from the sense of many people, because me, I'm actually scared. Because yeah, I went to school. I'm very brilliant in school. I was like the best two students in my class, and I'm putting out there so that anybody that knows me can come out.
O'Shea.
Even till
Come
now,
out.
even till now, I still write for master students. Safe, so
Ha.
it's no cap, anything. But then I watch my friends, the ones that I used to teach. Yes, they are now driving fancy cars and everything. Not like I'm envious or anything, but then anytime we gather together, I just see that maybe like saying I mean they even dey do well. Even some of them even call me to one corner and start advising me, say, guy, this your music thing. You should say we not just do after I get one opening for our company. After now. Like I know that they actually like me and they want me to
Your
succeed.
progress,
But they feel like what I'm doing is me wasting my time. And it's not just them. Even your family, there's a point where you get to your family too think that guy, what did they do like this? Because once you are not blown or once you don't make money from what you are doing, everybody just see you like a fool. That's just the thing. Because you cannot call Whiskey Davido a fool. But then you can call me because it's how they even sing. I even
But those guys, they even have stories.
Yeah, they have
If I
stories.
must say, like so, like Davido, he shared even his dad didn't want him to do that.
Yeah.
Like he had to leave home for some time. Even just roam around the industry and put some things together. Use his own money to run that because no
Exactly.
parents is willing to invest in
yeah,
such
true.
thing. And okay, like if we're talking about like for some of the people you mentioned, like you mentioned some of the people that I feel like they're like maybe when they were relevant, the music wasn't really paying in quote like it is today, or perhaps it was paying, but they didn't know how to pivot their ways because you had people like Majek Fashek who still went international and were able to make a name for themselves internationally, but maybe not navigate, the other vices that can catch up, and make you lose your funding,
Yes, I
So
get it.
yeah, so my question though, before anyway, I want us to get into the book. I looked at the book. Yeah, it has like about 8 chapters.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, which is like 8, like they say, is the number of new beginnings. So hopefully, after we go through this book, we'll have some new beginnings.
Yeah.
Amen.
So basically, I want to just get into the book, guys. If you don't have a copy, you have to go get one, right? So that you can join us. It's on Amazon. So basically, chapter 1, like the introduction says, I never thought I would write a book. Okay, so he just explained to us where it came from, like which was more you wanted to write music, right?
Yes, I wanted to record this thoughts as a song, but I tried so many times. I was not getting it. For the first time in my life, I have a thought and I could not sing about it. So I stayed like almost 6 months. That's me. I've been very consistent. Like every week, I drop like 3. Even if it's not a song, I drop like 3 covers or I just do something. I'm just there on social media. So, but for the past throughout this year, I've not even dropped anything because I've just been writing this. This is the only thing. This is like,
Album.
I was soaked inside water. Like, but I did not die. That's just what it is for me. I felt all the pain that there is to feel. So that's what brought about this book.
Okay. So you're asking a question, is this gift a blessing or a curse? And you're introducing yourself and all of that. Okay, so chapter 1, the gift that chose me. I didn't ask for any of this. I didn't ask to be this talented. I didn't pray for the kind of gift that would keep me up at night and that would eat into my peace like hunger you can't feed. But I have it, this thing, this fire in my chest that doesn't go out no matter how cold the world gets. I like the metaphor here, like the fire, the cold, and all of that. So, like, have you guys, okay, let me start with Big Clean now. Have you ever felt like you were chosen, because we're talking about gifts here.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt like you were chosen to, play this role, this gift, and now it's something you can get out of
it,
system?
Yes, 100%. I am chosen for music, for this music. You know why I said so? The reason is that at times when you feel like giving up, even having intentions of taking your data as your CD, because those days we use CDs, not unlike this digital world that we are now.
Yeah.
There was a time I took my CDs and said, I'm going to break them off because I was frustrated, no help. I've tried all I could. go to radio stations. At times, no money to even board a bus. We do trekking from Ajegule to this Lekki. Yes, Silverbed, to beg the presenters to air our songs. When I thought of giving up that time, I said, okay, when I get home, I was really, really feeling bad. Say, if I get home now, I'll just break my CD and look for something else to do. Could you believe that that day was the day I got my breakthrough? The next day, somebody called me that he wants to sign me.
Wow.
Yeah. So at times you feel bad about that. Okay, this thing that I'm doing, I've done enough and it's not yielding anything tangible for you. So you feel like giving up. Whereas that is the time maybe something good wants to happen, And most at times too, when you feel like giving up, and you find a place to sit or to think about the process of all you have been through, you see that you start singing music again instead of stop it. You start singing again, which means it is not something you are forcing yourself to do. It is something innately gifted to you. You understand? So the thing chose you, and you are a chosen also, which means you are not forcing yourself to do it. So that's just it,
Okay, well said. So, Boogie, you can see me looking at you now.
It's because I was carried away with
The mic.
with his talk, and I was carried away because Michael said something earlier. He said something about you're trying to do something, your parents is not supporting you. Like, go and look for work, leave this thing. What are you doing? That has happened to me also. I played my mom my first song. He was like, what am I playing to his ear? Like, I should remove this thing. He doesn't want to hear, like, I don't give a fuck. But Michael knows how we used to go to show. There's one show we used to go to, Age, in this island. We used to go to the show often every week to get noticed. So there's this day, the people presenting the show just call, like, Boogie, you don't have a song. I don't have a song, but I have a song with Michael. It was like, you don't have a song. And I took Michael to the toilet, like, you see what I was trying to tell you? I don't have a song, one single song. But I'm an artist. And you always bring me here to show the both of us, but I'm not coming here single myself. Like, I'm not showing myself. It's just like we're showing both of us. The last time we came to Ravis, I know we performed together.
Yeah.
It's Michael, Rapsy. So I came like a Rapsy's crew, you get. So
you came as a featured artist.
Feature, but I'm an artist on my own. He's an artist on his own. But I came like an Rapsy crew. What he said we should do, perform Mafoya, and we performed Prayer, and we went. Prayer was the initial story of this Gifted and Cursed. Because Prayer, there's this song, I don't know if you've listened to Prayer. It's our song. Yeah. It's online, it's on all platforms. So Prayer is what I was in the hospital when I called him. Like, bro, what's up? How far? You're not getting any younger. Let's do something creative. Let's do something out of the box. Bro, I don't see people for sick bed. I don't see a lot. I was not telling him story. I never knew he was jotting it down. When I came out from hospital after my mom's late, and he shot the video, a prayer video, like a night, like a candle night scene for me. So after then, been going to shows, nobody's supporting. We are the one pushing ourselves, trying to pay transport, go to shows. Then CDs. I don't think I have CDs. The only CDs I have is my mentor, the person that teach me music. I just keep the CDs at home. So be looking at it. Satiki. I've been looking at that guy's CD like for days, years, trying to learn how he's been promoting in those days. Those days, 2 of your song and 2 of the instrumental will be on that CD. That's how it works those days. And those days, I know how people used to promote songs those days. Now, Timaya used to promote songs in Alaba, all those Plantation Boys, all those things, those times. I used to listen to songs those times, but I have passion, but I can't do it alone. Like, I can't do it myself. He's the one that even put me in this music thing. I went to his house, I saw 2 speakers, and we started making music. How we started. I didn't do it myself. I just don't wake up like, let me just go to
So music chose you, right?
Yes, music chose me. And if I try find it hard to stop it, that's another new song. You don't get. That's Big Clean just said. He said, if you're trying to stop that thing,
it's a new song because you're talking about how
you can't so live it's a story. It's a new story. It's
like what do you call that? Very popular Chinese game movie.
Squid Game.
Yeah, Squid Game. So
Squid
are you,
Squad.
Yeah.
are you calling it Squid Game?
It's like that, oh.
You can't quit.
You can't quit.
You'll be finding yourself in this sweet part of music. You can't quit. That's the part. But
Insightful. Okay, well, we really don't have,
much time.
like, yeah, because I'm sure everyone can share their experience.
Yeah.
But for me, like, I think before we move to the next chapter, what I might say is, from talking to Boogie, is it was a good thing, yeah. I think, first of all, sometimes I feel like creatives, especially musicians, don't understand the business. Because you can't, even if you want to, even if the gift has chosen you, you have to understand how to use the gift.
Yeah.
Where you can, like, even take the gift to. Because if you're saying the gift would open doors for you, there's some people that with the gate men to kings. They don't have access.
Yeah, for real.
They're just there, like, manning the gate.
I wanted to pinpoint on something,
Okay.
but I wanted to finish his own part before I contribute.
Yeah, because if you're saying like, okay, Rapsy took you, like, he featured you on a song, which was a good start. Like, it's even better than you doing your own song at first.
Sure.
It's a good start. That means you're good enough for someone to even see you as worthy of being a feature on the song.
Yeah.
So then it's up to you to now say, okay, I have to go make my own song. I have to go record my own song, But let's not digress, because that's going to take us, that's a long talk, away from this book.
Yeah.
Because we have to drill ourselves to know if, like, what the gift is. I know, Bicklin, we're coming back to you.
Yeah, no
Because I know
problems.
you have a whole wealth of experience to share with us.
Yeah.
So let's move to chapter 2, like, okay, top of the class, bottom of the system. What was it like, navigating this? Because a lot of people can relate, besides being creatives, like, they can understand, like, maybe in school, everyone looked at you like, oh, the guy with the potential, like, this guy we know in the next 5 years, he's going to be big, he's going to be everyone. Suddenly, the people in class no one looked up to, they're now the ones like flexing, so.
Exactly.
Top of the class, bottom of the system. To my own understanding, though I didn't go through the book, but to my own understanding, when you say top of the class, maybe you find yourself as one of the best.
Okay.
Best of the best. But the system and the environment where you find yourself to is pulling you down, pulling you back. Like they say, in your environment will influence you to either become good or bad. But we also have the general system, which is the country, our political system.
Yeah.
If are they supporting us or are they pulling us backward? Some constitution that they made, is it helping our system that helps your gift to grow? That's my own understanding based on the
That's
topic
your
here.
own kind of
Yes, because
experience.
now you have a gift and you are trying by all means possible to make sure this gift is being heard. People see you, exhibit what you know how to do best. But some elements created by our government,
Really?
or
Is
by
it
our
all about-
environment.
Okay. Or even our mindset.
Because that system, even mindset too,
Yes.
that system there that he used is very, very diverse. If you want to go into it, it can be your mindset, it can be your environment, it can be the system, which is the government, another name for government. Do you
Right,
get?
you
So
said
that's
that.
what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah. So, but like, Rapsy, why I'm taking a little, like, dive into this is, you said some people that you even thought,
Yeah. Yes.
and they've gone ahead, and you felt like it was not even about, like, the
Yeah.
gifting. Maybe you're more gifted than they are. But here you can see them going ahead. So top of the class, and now within this system,
Yeah.
that you're trying to understand, maybe trying to navigate. Like, it seems like you're still, like, in the bottom. Let's be trying to
Yeah.
make your way out, right?
Because they say go to school, graduate, be the best, and life will reward you.
Are you really that tired? Because of your voice is like,
No, this is emotional. Like because now I'm speaking for most people. Because we all know that the best people are the least, like, life will just come and do them tricks. And sometimes we want to believe that these things are, maybe the person doesn't know how to pivot, or me, I don't know why I don't really 100% believe that it's not about setting yourself or something. Because I know that most people, they have really done everything they wish to do. Or
Are you
everything,
sure?
every knowledge they have,
Are you sure?
every knowledge they have. Because there was a time I was sleeping on YouTube. Because this is you seeking knowledge, not like you're just sitting at one place and praying and hoping. If you see someone that's sleeping on YouTube, you're either trying to learn new things. In fact, that's what people do on YouTube. You're trying to learn. It's not TikTok where you just want to watch videos. So if you've done all those things for years and you still don't even know what you're doing, I just feel like sometimes because okay, let me give for instance, I don't know, some of your friends they have jobs, then bring these jobs to you and you do it for them and they get paid for it and they just come and give you.
Peanuts.
Yeah. It means that you are as good as that. But then when you apply for same jobs, same company as your friend that is giving you the job to do because it is not as good as you, those companies they will not employ you. Not like you're not good. I don't know. You go for the interview and then they will get back to you and you'll be there. Because yes, even me, there's one time because yes, if it's the book thing, it is. So you apply for some kind of roles and they will even tell you that welcome, will give us the time that you want your induction to be. That means that you're already there. But then you wait 2 years now, the induction, they have not called you. So it's not like you are not good enough. Then you see someone that you know your friends that they don't know book, they don't know anything. But then they are there. It's not like I'm trying to discriminate or
Yeah.
say anything, but I'm just talking for people like myself because I know that we have plenty. Out
Okay,
there.
but for me, I feel like there's a disconnect, especially whereby maybe you were doing extremely well so elsewhere, right? Like
Okay.
you had lots of attention, especially
Okay,
let's say
that again.
academically.
That again. Now I want to use myself. In school, I was a star. I'm a star right now. But what I mean is that if someone like Whiskey comes out and say I'm a star, you understand the meaning. If someone that is unknown say I'm a star,
Yeah.
you say faith. So when I say that I was a star, I mean like when Whiskey comes and say it in school. If I walk past everybody, hey, everybody, like if that was real life,
Yeah.
my life was sweet now. But then when I got out, because yes, I was doing music. I was there, excelling there. I was dancing, the same thing. Book, the same thing. I was like all rounder. People loved me there. Like,
Yeah.
but after the school thing, when I got out, I left everything and chased only music because let me just even focus. This dancing just wound me, they break on my body. Let me just focus on the music. And I focused on the music and with all my energy, they're just there.
You know, one thing, yeah, like you said, like one thing I know is this. That's why you have science. Why? Science is a system that helps you understand what was not accidental so that you have a process and a formula from which you can recreate successes. I think that that's one thing that I've noticed with lots of creatives, that creatives don't understand the structure of, making hits. Because let's look at it. Some people, like, right, they are hit makers.
Yeah.
There's something that they're doing that's right. Like, but the thing is, sometimes we've not figured it out for
And you-
ourselves. Even many of us still. Yeah, no, I can speak also as a creative. Because if you say you have given it all, that means all knowledge is complete.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
all
I
knowledge
get- I
cannot
get.
be complete.
Yes.
We're still learning
You're
everything.
still learning.
Yeah.
Okay.
But me, there's one thing I want to say. You say hit makers. If, for example, Whiskey or Davido sing my song, it's gonna be a hit. Any of my song, I can.
Yes,
How do
because
you know?
because they are
I'm
up
too
there.
sure.
Because
I'm
they are
too
up
sure.
there already.
Because yes, I can even say yes. I want to brag. I can say that I have songs that are sweeter than many Davido and Whiskey songs. Yes, it's there. And it's not. I'm not saying it because I love.
But how do you know? Because the thing
I
is,
know because I.
no, you can't just say I know.
Okay.
For example, like in school, there's a grading system. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a grading system to arrive on who was successful, who has a distinction in
Grade,
school,
yeah.
and who doesn't have. So we can understand how they're grading what they're grading. Because, for example, like for me, I've seen that syndrome, which is basically like you were a star somewhere, and now you're finding it difficult, like or like someone that was not a star in school. They don't expect any
Yeah.
attention, or they don't expect any success from what they're doing. But because you're a star, right? Like people, there's acceptance there. Maybe what you were doing was accepted because the people could relate with your storyline, and now you've come into the world. Like let's look at even basketball. Like some people that play basketball in colleges, they were doing great. But as soon as they drafted them into maybe the NBA or something, They found it difficult to
God,
settle
yeah.
in. And it could not be. It doesn't mean that they're not talented, right?
Of course.
Before them to have been drafted, it means that they're talented enough.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's a formula that's kind of missing. When you study the likes of people like Stephen Curry, and you see that they studied the greats too and made better the things that they saw. So, but I'm not taking away from your story because I know it's relevant, it's important, and it is why we're even here today. But my point is, like, perhaps if we look differently, we might see things differently rather than having, because one thing I've noticed is that once you're filled with such, hopelessness, you might not be able to, do so much.
I feel is feeling that
Overwhelmed.
Yeah, exactly, and his expectations also was give birth to the same reason why he's feeling that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on because I think we just take one more chapter, so that because there's a whole lot to unpack, and I understand, because I understand the emotions, I understand what it feels like, to put your heart, soul, like to sacrifice, and it feels like the system is not giving you back love,
Yeah.
But the love will come, like Bicklin said, like when he wanted to break his CD, right?
Data city, yeah.
That was when the call came. Okay, so let's leave the Nigerian factor because we almost treated that like finding meaning in the struggle. That's what I want us to tackle. And that's like the 7th chapter.
Yeah.
Finding
Meaning
in the struggle. What meaning? Okay, like you said, like the thing will keep calling you back.
Yeah.
Like Boogie says, almost like Squid Game. That's my understanding of Boogie's own, battle with this whole thing. And for Bicklin, he's had seen some measure of, light.
Yeah.
So his own, that's why we have, both of you here, one emerging, one who has at least tasted the spotlight. So we can have different perspectives of,
Okay, finding meaning in the game is when you want to do something in life, you have a vision. And that vision, you may set like 2-3 years. You say like, okay, in 2 years' time, in 3 years' time, I'll be in so position. So when that time reaches and you're not there, it demoralizes you, makes you feel bad. But when that time that you set for yourself, you get to that time and you see that, okay, that vision that I had in the past, this time I've achieved this particular milestone. That's when you know that, okay, this is the real meaning of my pursuit and what I have been putting in all these years. You get, so that is just it,
Okay, so Boogie, for you, what would you say? Finding
meaning in the struggle. You do a craft, and someone commented like, bro, I saw your stuff. You push, you're really pushing to ease your mind, like you're really working, or the way you find your music last year, it's not the way you find your music this year.
Okay.
At least you're paving way. At least you're moving. At least that's the way I could explain that part.
So Rapsymusic, like
Okay, so like Jaco said, there is beauty in the struggle and ugliness in the success. So you get to a point where after all this pain, because whether I like it or not, this is your pain. You're already feeling it. So it's not left for you to choose what to do with it. So I want to be depressed and stay there. But for me, when I am depressed or when I'm in so much pain, I try to write it down because that is where you can actually get something real. Because there are some things you cannot just, like me, if I listen to people's song, I know that this thing came out from
the story.
their emotions. It
Yeah,
cannot
emotions.
be written. They don't feel right that kind of thing. You think that kind of thing. So finding meaning in the pain or finding meaning in your struggle is what you do with the pain. Like for example, I was going through this pain for quite some time. Sometimes I sit in the dark and cry. Nobody, because they say big boys know they cry, but me I dey cry. So the pain is what is there, and every creative can relate to it because
Yeah.
they are scared to say it or they are too shy. Even me gone, when I wrote these things, I read it and I'm like, nobody can see this part of me. But then, come on, people are feeling it a lot because it's something that most creative don't want to say out, but everybody is vulnerable enough to know that this is real truth. That's just what it is.
And if I may insert something, do you know when you are consistent enough in whatever you are doing, there's no way you won't record achievement.
Yeah.
When you are consistent enough, and you should try also not to discourage yourself, even in the how do I put it? Even in the pain and the struggle. Yeah, try not to discourage yourself. Make sure you put yourself in the position where if other people who are passing through such pains to sees you, they will have encouragement. That okay,
like
yes,
Rapsy has done now with this
they'll
book.
have encouragement. So bringing this book out is one of the best thing that you have done, because when I went through some parts. I see it as lyrics also, because it is written like verses.
Verses.
Yeah, you understand. So it is very good. I commend you for this, and I would also advise also that you make sure this book gets to some artists who are passing through what we are here discussing
Obviously.
about. You understand? So that they can also get encouragement.
And that's why now Rapsy is positioning as, an advocate for, the mental health care of creatives.
Creatives, yeah.
You need a community. That's what I keep saying. Like, it's not something, because if you're just isolated by yourself, it's going to be harder. But once you have community and all of you support each other, definitely. Imagine if all creatives, like, let's say we're talking about even likes and views, all creatives, like maybe emerging or not, like they like each other's posts,
share each other, yes.
It's going to go a long way. But the thing I've observed about many creatives is that they're self-centered.
Yes.
No, there's, first of all, before we talk about the pride, it comes from being self-centered. Like every one of them feel like the world should revolve around
them alone.
Like they're the only ones with the problem. I want to be a star, so everybody should halt everything. And I've heard even creatives like complain, even to me personally, say, my friends don't post me. I'm like, do you post everything your own friends do? So why should they?
Exactly.
Even your family members, not everything, Like I'm like, and I said something, when you find community, then you can find support. Why? Because, for example, like if I love football, in my experience, I love football. You love basketball. Yeah. It's going to be hard for us to sit down and watch a game.
Even have talks together, it will be very hard.
It's going to be difficult. Yeah. But maybe if we're friends, we could just make out time for ourselves. Yeah. Maybe on something we have, similar interests.
Like both of us.
You said
I don't like football. He likes football. Once it's music,
you're not using your mic, boy. You see? Okay, so like anyway, you just buttressed my point, which is basically like find, similarities. Then you have your support. And stop being angry and mad at your friends because they not do this. Because there are other areas in which they show up for you, and you have not even shown up for them. Like that. Everyone wants. Oh, I'm having my show. All my friends should rally round and drop everything and come. And if they don't respond, then you're angry. But you also have things that you're doing that might not, you might not be readily available for those friends.
Yeah.
So those are my experiences that I've seen with lots of creatives, and every creative feels like my gift is the best gift. But this is also life too. We're talking about, because we're talking academics too. Some people were the best in school and they came out and they can't find jobs. Because sometimes they go to places and they say, oh, you're too qualified. Or they say, or you don't fit in. Or like for actors. That's why I keep advising lots of creators, especially musicians, go where you'll be rejected. Because once you stomach that, like for us presenters too, we are used to rejection. Like, I don't get angry because even if this person doesn't stop, if I meet Rapsy tomorrow on the red carpet, I'm like, oh, Rapsy, can I talk to you now? And Rapsy says, please, I'm not in the mood. I'll respect that.
Yeah, of course.
The only thing is that I'll try as much as possible not for the crowd not to really know what transpired
between you and
next interview. But tomorrow, Rapsy might even see me say, "Oh, so sorry. That day I had an emergency.
Yeah, mood swings and all
now.
that.
Can we do this? So that's how it ought to be. Like, because I feel like sometimes when you read a book like this, you should have a closed mindset and just feel like this is the end of the road. Because that's when you get depressed and think that the world's against you. But once you see that's a journey, as one that evolves, like, okay, tomorrow is still there. I'll still see Rapsy again on the red carpet tomorrow. We'll still have more memories. So it makes me hopeful. And that's where hope comes in to help, faith. So I won't take so much, but, if I don't know if you have more anything else to say, because I can see Boogie looking at me like, okay.
Something, no. I wanted to say
say.
something like concluding to that stuff you just said
Yeah.
about people talented. Like a friend of mine is a producer now. He was not a producer before. He was sitting at the front, learning this chemistry something. It was like our number one in chemistry.
Yeah.
Anytime they call any element, he will be you don't want to see no. But now he called me which day that he's at Port Harcourt, he producer now. After all these years in school, studied, trying to be an anatomy, do this one, came back to be a producer. So
That's life for you.
That's life.
That's life. You have to learn to pivot. Like even organizations pivot. Like with changes. policies.
Pivot. Yes.
You're saying looking at places like MTV, like changing, like switching the game.
It happened to me.
Yeah.
I'm an artist. I sing. I went for an interview in Music Africa TV. So we were like 4 artists there that they were interviewing. I was the last. So when it got to mine, they started interviewing me, and I used my patois language, as in my Jamaican patois.
Yeah.
So they find it interesting, and they approached me later. Can you present reggae? I said yes.
See?
That was when I started presenting on TV.
Can you see how his gifts made room for him?
So after the TV show, someone was watching and was very, very, as in he likes my program, and he called me that, can you work with Wazobia FM? I said yes.
Imagine.
That was how I started working in Wazobia FM. You understand? So-
But you can see, like, for me, the ingredient here is being unique.
Yeah.
Like different.
Having your
like
niche.
having
Having your
something
niche
that
different.
others don't
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
And that's what they saw. And
Yeah.
because you can't have like 10 artists, everybody with the same dreads, with the same looks, with the same, like everyone sounding the same. I expect, like, even in business, even in like, fashion or whatever, you need to stand out. So I
Yeah.
think that's another thing. And remember, Boogie said something that caught my attention. Because if Rapsy is saying, I've done everything that I had to do, and Boogie is feeling frustrated because he's tagging along with you, but he has not taken time to even produce his own
He has not done anything.
song. So has he really
No,
done
no,
everything?
no. Right now,
In
he
his
has,
own-
he has.
No.
he has-
he has his own.
Everyone,
I have written songs for.
In his own age, for his own age,
You can't have
he has
like
done
5
something.
years in the industry, and you're just doing
5
like
years.
saying, "Oh,
Used
I'm
to be- used
frustrated."
to be-
Like my
Right
first
after
album,
artists.
my first album is almost 26 years old.
Oh, wow!
My first album, no CD then, it's cassette. It was cassette.
The passion has really carried you
first
for
album.
this long.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all we'll be able to take, today. It was a wonderful session with all
Thank you
of
very
here,
much.
because if not, we will spend the whole day. Like, I know the issue. Well, some of you can come for therapy, right?
Yeah. For real.
Therapy. Because yes, it's really important, like especially the placement of wealth, mental health care. Like I can see how relieved you feel, airing your opinion. So having groups like that, and discussions like this should help creatives cope better with
Yeah.
whatever challenges that they're facing. Thank you so much, Rapsy, for writing this book, because it's inspiring, not just only for creatives. So I'll enjoy you, whether you're a creative or an entrepreneur, maybe you work in a structured environment, like maybe a bank. This book is very vital for you, because it's going to ask core elements, of your life that you've been wondering about. Because some of you are working, and are angry, sitting down like in a bank, and you're angry because you left your gift,
That's
it's
true.
nobody's fault. So, but once you go through this book, it makes you realize you're not alone. And one thing that makes us all human is that we all have challenges and struggles. And in the end, you have to have the right mindset to know that you will excel. So before we go, Rapsy, tell us where we can find this book.
Okay, it's on Amazon, and it's also on Spotify. There's an audio book on Spotify.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for writing this book.
Thank you.
Congratulations again, guys. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Till we come your way again. I remain the one and only Amanda, and I was not alone. Be Clean and Boogie are here. So you're going to find a way, because we're going to put their links in the caption so you can follow them and connect with their music and their craft. And if you have anything to say to them, of course you can find them. And of course you can still find Rapsy everywhere on Spotify and on Amazon too, and even beyond that. Thank you so much for sticking with us, and we'll come your way again. So bye for now.